Hi, girl. Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to Adventures of Cort. I'm Cort.
I'm Des.
Oh, we left that out a long time ago and never brought it back.
I know, months ago. Months and months ago. You got a hot flash?
I do be having one today.
Ooh, let's hear it.
It's kind of a mix of things, but I feel like this week I had a lot of negative Nancys in my life.
There was a long list of them.
And you know when you can deal with them and you're like, let it roll off your back, and then other times you're like, you are an ungrateful bitch.
Oh, yeah. I beat myself up every night when I come home and I've been a bitch.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about clients.
I know. That's what I'm saying. When I get home at night and I've been annoyed with everybody, I'm like, I'm just a bitch.
I do
but
that
sometimes I think that it's warranted.
Yeah, it is warranted. I just feel like what you're negative about is not, everybody does get negative sometimes.
Right.
But it's not staying there. It's not being the dramatic, the pessimistic,
You have had a lot of those lately.
Everybody's the victim-y mindset,
Yes.
those people.
Well, and then when you're trying to help somebody
Yeah.
through it, and they can't even, like, join you in on the conversation or even, like, you know what, you're right.
Right.
They're just still, like, no, it's terrible. I hate everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone hates me.
And I know there's people that hate somebody that always sees, like, that there's a lesson or that there's a bright side to it.
Right.
But that's just who I am by nature. I feel like you are that way too.
Yeah. I'm a bitch for a
right.
minute.
I'm a bitch about it, but
I ain't staying there.
Yeah.
Maybe for like a day, but then I go sleep and feel better.
Right. You're like, well, at least this. It could be worse. Like,
yeah.
Come on. But
yeah.
And then the other one is those people that, you get around and you're kind of friends with.
Mm-hmm.
Like friends with, but not like share everything with.
Right.
And then they start gossiping about somebody and you immediately go, I'm never telling you nothing.
Yeah, because they're definitely gossiping about your ass too.
Yeah. Or whatever you tell them.
Yeah.
I don't trust. There's a lot of people in our lives lately that I've been like, well,
yeah,
I know where to put you, what box to put you in.
Yeah. It's, That is correct.
So those are my two that I've been pondering lately, but negative Nancy's, and not just a one-time negative, but like I said,
the constant,
the victim-y, pessimistic, can't find anything. Yeah, those kind of people.
Yeah,
get them the fuck away from me, because I get real annoyed real quick.
Well, and it's just like, I'm trying to tell you how to fix this. You ain't listening for shit.
And then you're going to be a bitch to me when I've been nice the whole time. Go on.
Been doing way more than necessary.
Yeah. What's yours? What you got?
So my sister and I went on a sister trip last weekend. And we went into the restaurant for breakfast.
What restaurant?
It was called River something.
Then you were in Hagerman, right?
We were in Hagerman. And the town is like 929 people. I think it's super small. But they have this little breakfast place, and we went in, and they take us back to the dining room, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. There's a table with like grandparents, mom and dad, like a 2-year-old, and a baby, probably 8-9 months. And mom is standing, and there's a buffet table behind them, like where you would put all the buffet items and stuff, like the warmers and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right? This lady has her baby changing a shitty diaper in the restaurant. Not in the bathroom, in the restaurant.
That's so gross.
I was like, no way.
Like
No fucking way.
You can get up and walk around the corner to the bathroom.
People are eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want my baby's privates out there. You never know who's sitting in there.
Right.
Shitty diaper.
You ain't wrong.
Shitty diaper. In the restaurant.
Well, and as a owner or manager, you would think they would be like, ma'am, like, I know you need to change the diaper, but you can take the baby 2 feet to the bathroom. I don't know where the bathroom was, but you know what I mean.
I don't care if it's 30 feet.
I know.
I don't care if it's half a mile.
It ain't that long.
Well, so one of the servers comes and they like tap her on the shoulder while she's changing the shitty diaper. You need some more coffee? I'm like, well, nobody's going to address
I just picked
this.
up my coffee and I thought, I was like, what did I do wrong?
No. Then I was like, nobody's going to address this.
Nobody did, huh?
Nobody did.
I bet your face told her. Did she see your face?
I don't know. She might have. I've been having a real hard time turning that face off lately.
I bet your face told her you didn't approve.
I even texted my sister. I said, you will not believe this. The woman behind you that was standing, she's changing a shitty diaper. My sister was like, no way. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. It's so gross. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way.
That's gross.
Yeah. Anyways, don't be changing your kids' diapers in the middle of the restaurant.
We love kids.
Like,
we understand if you need to feed your kid in the middle of the
absolutely.
restaurant. But you could get up and take your kid to the restroom just like we all go to the restroom. I ain't shitting on your table.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, you want a nurse and you don't want to cover in the middle of the restaurant? Fine. Shitty diaper? Pee diaper. A diaper, period.
Yes, I agree.
Different.
It is different.
Anyway.
Tell us about your trip. It looked fun.
It was fun. We stayed in this little cabin, and you walk in, and it's like a studio, kind of. It's got a little kitchenette and bathroom, and we watched TV. We scrolled our phones. We laughed. It was a really good time. But when we got there, the place where you pick up your keys was closed already for the day. And they just write your name on an envelope with the key in it, what cabin number you are, and taped it to the door. I'm like, tell me you live in a small town. I mean, that...
Sketch.
Yeah. What if I didn't show up? Somebody could be like, I'm cold tonight. I'm going to sleep in this room.
For sure.
I bet it's happened.
I bet
it's happened. But yeah, we had a good time. And we went and hiked Box Canyon. And we went to Holzinski's Winery. I haven't been there before.
I have.
And they built a tree house out there.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. So we went up in the tree house and stuff. It was fun.
Nice. I don't think that was there when we went.
Yeah, and it's like a 2-story tree house. It's really cool. So we did that, and the guy that was working, his name was Owen, and he looked like Isaac. It was funny. He was a burly dude with a beard.
That might be the guy who was there when... Does he an owner? Or like know an owner, brother of an owner?
His grandpa owned that land before they turned it into a winery. And so he's like part of the family.
Okay.
So, and he looks like Isaac.
Yeah.
They're just a burly dude, but he had like a nose ring.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like I love little wineries like that because I feel like they tell you so much more. Sometimes if they're doing something, like when we went for Josh's birthday, they let us like cork bottles. It was super fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. And we sat out on the patio because the sun was shining and just drank wine.
Tasted some wine.
Ate some charcuterie. But we
Nice.
went to Miracle Hot. Not Miracle. Yes, Miracle. Miracle Hot. I get that one and Thousand Springs mixed up. I did it all weekend. My sister was like, you're really dumb. I'm like, I know. I'm like, but I know where I'm going. Like, I just don't know the name of it, okay? We were both really dumb this weekend. We both were like...
Just dirt to dirt.
Yeah, just dirt to dirt. But we went and soaked in the hot spring. It was a good time.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I went golfing all weekend, and I finally got the nerve up to go alone. Like, I had gone and done my chores, and I was like, if you don't go now, you're never going to go. So I go down there, I pay, I get my cart to the truck, go to unload my stuff, and my husband's like, no, come golf with us, guys. I was like, what is better? I was so nervous to golf alone. I want to do it one time because I think you can learn a lot if you golf alone. And I think it could be
peaceful too.
Yeah. And I do think, like they say, you can learn a lot. You're not pressured. You're focused on stuff.
Yeah.
But I went with those guys, and I feel like dudes and women are so different. Like, women are like, cool, good job.
Yeah.
Dudes, you do something, they're like, shit, yeah!
Yeah.
I hit the flag on hole 3.
That's what Corey said.
And it, like, spun around and almost went straight in the hole.
Oh,
and they were all like, oh, my God!
3's that short one, right?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's just so funny.
They get so pumped.
Yes. But they had also been golfing for a while and had a few drinks. But I just think it's so funny, like, golfing with, like, me and you are that way.
Right.
Like, get excited about that and aren't afraid to get excited about that kind of stuff. Dudes just get excited about that. I feel like sometimes women just are kind of like, well, that was cool. You're like, come on.
You're like, no, dude, that was really
They really hyped
cool.
me up that one. I was like, I felt pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, because they live for shit like that, you know? Women we're just so, okay. Like you said, though, you and I together, we get a little rowdy.
Yep.
And fun. Because it should be.
Yes, it should be.
It should be. No, I think golfing alone would be... It would be fun.
Yeah. It's just like going on a walk alone or something. I just was super nervous. And I think it's nerves because you're like, well, it's going to be a nice day. So there's going to be people in front of me, people behind me. What if I lose my ball and I can't find it? And it's like, you'll drop. Okay, so you look for it. If you can't find it, you drop your ball. Just like you would playing with other people. Ding dong.
Yeah.
It's just nerves.
Getting in your own head type thing. Like, they're going to think that I don't belong here. Yeah.
Imposter syndrome-y a little bit. Yep, for sure.
That's funny. I'm glad that you went. Sounds like it was fun.
Me too. It was fun.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, hopefully Saturday.
That would be fun.
Or even
just us.
Tomorrow. I don't know.
Because the boys be working.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be fun. Get some drinks.
Mm-hmm. It'd be a good one.
Yeah, they make you start on the back 9 because the frost on the front.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I gotta try out my new golf shoes.
Yeah.
That I got for, I think it was my birthday.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I got some at Christmas time.
Yeah.
They're like these.
I don't remember what mine are like.
You know?
Yeah. I know they're New Balance ones. I think we dumbasses ended up with the same pair probably.
I got 2 pair because one pair was like $30 and they were gray. And then the other pair almost looks just like these, but it's like leather.
Cute.
So that because Josh was like, you could totally wear those, but they're fabric. So out there with the water, your feet would be wet constantly.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate wet feet.
Yeah, no thanks. No, but I'm looking forward to it. I hope we can.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
You got some else?
Yeah.
We got Timmy.
So I told you me and my sister were both real dumb this weekend.
Ding dongs.
So the first night there, we were like, oh, let's run to, after we went to Miracle Hot Springs, we were like, see, I know where I was. Uh-huh. We were like, let's stop at the gas station and grab some creamer for coffee in the morning. And we know we had a lot of snacks. We tore up some snacks. So I stop at the gas station. We walk in, and it's like a gas station / liquor store.
Uh-huh.
Total small town shit, right? And they had like everything in there. And I said, do you guys have coffee creamer? I'm like, if you don't know, you don't have it.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, we have this. And it was some like random it wasn't even close to coffee creamer. I was like, that's not right. Like, thanks. We'll stop at the next gas station. Stop at the next gas station. They didn't have it either. Not milk, not creamer, no nothing. Like,
Where do you get some milk
weird.
around here?
Yeah. And so I didn't see the grocery store when we were driving through earlier because it's kind of set back off of the road. So we go into the grocery store, we find what we need, and we go to the register. And I asked the guy, is there any breakfast places around here? Because we didn't buy anything to, like, cook for breakfast. And he said, he's like, well, they don't have breakfast. They don't have breakfast. And I'm like,
okay.
So then the next day,
don't say it if they don't have breakfast, for shit's sake.
Leave the winery, and we're both giggly, you know. And we had to stop by the grocery store again. I don't even remember what we were getting. We stopped by the grocery store, and we go in, or we're walking in, and Danielle goes, "Please don't harass this man." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So apparently, I asked him for breakfast places. Yeah. He told me about one.
Okay.
But then started telling me all the places that don't have breakfast. And Danielle goes, you were just like staring at that man for him to fucking come up with something. And he already told you where to get breakfast. I was like, he did? Because I think I said something along the lines of, I wonder if the liar's working. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, he told us there was no breakfast places. She goes,
no, he said it.
He told you the breakfast place, and you kept staring at him for more information.
Your brain went nerd.
So he just starts telling me all the places that don't have breakfast.
Your brain be doing that sometimes. It just goes on.
I ask a question, I'm not listening. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Like, she goes, don't ask him any fucking questions, Des. Like,
I love that when people call shit out that you're like, I had no clue.
Yeah, I didn't know I did that. I was laughing so hard I almost peed my pants.
You're just looking at him. Next. Next. Okay, that one doesn't. What one does? He's like, bitch, I gave you the only one that does. What do you want from me? He was trying to he was like, fuck, this lady just keeps looking at me for more information. I don't know what to give.
Totally was looking at me. And now, like, once she pointed that out to me, I was like, oh my God, I could totally see it. I said, I have that look. I probably had that look that you tell me that I get.
You do.
Like, lights out.
Yeah,
no
lights
one's
out,
home.
for sure.
What? Anyway, poor
but
guy.
if somebody doesn't know you, they probably think this bitch is
crazy.
Like, she wants more information. What do I give her? He's like,
so the breakfast place he sent us to is the place where the kid was shitting on the table.
He's like, you either go there or you buy it here.
Yeah. Oh, because I told him, I was like, well, as we were leaving the first night, well, if we can't find somewhere to eat breakfast, you'll see us in the morning. He's probably like, bitch, what do you want from me?
That was a total old man.
We went to get coffee
old
the second
man
night.
Give you a play-by-play. Well, I don't find it. I'll be back in the morning. Well, gonna go do this. Well, gonna go do that. You went to coffee, what?
We went the second night to get coffee because they only had little pods in the room. And we wanted a full pot.
Yeah.
So that's why we went the second night.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyways, you know. My brain
Sidetracked.
Just don't be braining.
No.
I just want it.
Sometimes it does, but more than not, it doesn't.
That's fucking rude.
Just kidding.
That's rude.
Kidding.
You're not kidding, and it's okay. That's what makes it funny. You're not kidding. Like, I'm not kidding either.
I get it.
Lights out, no insurance.
2 weeks of the month, mine does. 2 weeks. It's questionable.
Mine kind of does for 2 weeks out of the month, and then the other 2 weeks, it's gone. Nobody's home. So I could look somebody dead in the face and not hear a fucking word they say. That's so bad. And it's not because I'm rude, I promise. But
my thing is I feel like you're more aware of it now. Mm-hmm. In the fact that, you took a break. You back?
Yeah, I'm more aware of it now. I was listening.
You're more aware of it now. The fact that you'll say, I probably shouldn't do that right now. Or I'm going to stop doing this and I'm going to focus. Like, not try to do multiple things at once so that you can focus. Or when it's not a good time. You've even said that before. Like, I don't know if we should do that. Yeah. Or if I should do that today. Maybe that's a tomorrow task.
Yeah. I will flat out in a meeting say, I am socially exhausted. So if I look like I'm not paying attention or if I look like a bitch, I don't mean to be. Just it's
you almost said it.
What?
This just who I am.
This just who I am. Right now. But
we make fun of those people. Yeah. This is just who I am.
It's the people who are like, oh, you don't like me because I say what's on my mind. That's just who I am. Sometimes that's called being a bitch.
Yeah, I've always been this way.
Yeah.
Well, you always suck.
Yeah. You always suck.
Just kidding.
I just think that sometimes
No, I know.
It's okay to be nice.
Yeah. Well, and it's good to say.
And keep your fucking opinion to yourself.
Hey, I'm struggling right now, y'all. If we keep going on this 3-hour meeting, I've already lost an hour and a half of it.
Yeah. I cannot. I can't.
That's a lot.
Uh-huh.
Especially at the end of a day.
Oh, God, yeah. I get very tired.
So, this is like on mom stuff. And I don't know if Soph kind of gets this way. I think girls are different. And Adriana never moved away. Mm-hmm. So she was always around. But like Isaac being gone and a boy, when he goes through his spurts of like not answering texts really, or like just an okay, or not really calling, you're like, hey motherfucker, I'm here. Do you know what I still do a lot for you. You could call your mom every once in a while. I think it's funny because he texted me. He must have felt it, but he texted me a really sweet text, and I thought it was funny how it was like, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
That is a good 6 months.
Yep.
Now do that again in 6 months and your mom will be happy forever. Yeah. All we need is a little affirmation, a little text, a call, some words, and your mom will be good.
Well, especially because they were your whole life for 18 years. And I understand that's how life works. They leave and then they just don't.
And you want it to be that way, but
I still want to hear from you.
Yeah. You steal my whole world, you little shit.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really funny that as moms, it's like, you just give us a little, hey, you the best mom, what you done hasn't gone unnoticed. I love you so much. And you're like, oh, I love you too.
You're right. You are right.
I love you too. Now just do that again in 6 months when I'm up your ass about, hey, you're not checking in enough.
I think about when we were young though, and I go, but it was different because I didn't leave. So never mind.
But you worked with your mom.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I didn't leave and I worked with my mom.
Yeah.
So she didn't. She was probably like, will you go somewhere, please?
I lived with my parents until, moved out and then back, and moved out and then back because I had a kid until I was 22. Mm-hmm. So they was probably like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, please.
You're ignoring me.
They're like, now this is the real one, right? You're launching.
Yeah,
you done.
Right. Get.
You done.
They was ready.
Yep. You know how we talk about my algorithm and how I end up on weird shit?
Oh, shit.
My sister's algorithm is even more.
I almost sent you one that was offensive this morning.
You should have.
I remember.
But then when you send it, then it's like, now they think that you really like this. So that's all
what I was afraid of.
So it's like, no, I'm gonna keep that crazy to myself. I'm just gonna tell you about it. Somehow I have landed on long distance runners algorithm.
The shit themselves.
That would be an immediate no for me. An immediate no. You could tell me that if I became a long distance runner and would shit my pants every time I did it, I wouldn't ever have heart disease, and I would be like, sounds like I'm gonna have heart disease. And they keep going.
No, hell no.
You mean to
warm,
tell me?
stinky shit rolling down your fucking
You
nerp.
mean to tell me that you shit your pants and you kept running?
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, I'm not placing in this race. Matter of fact, I ain't finishing.
I would be like, I'm sitting right here till somebody can figure out how to come to me to get me.
Somebody call the paramedics. Somebody call the paramedics.
I lost control of my bowels. Something's going on.
And to me, that is like a red flag.
Me too.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, for sure.
You're doing
If you're
too much.
shitting yourself, that's so aggressive.
I'm like, I don't know how I got on this.
I saw it.
algorithm,
Was
but-
it the girl running and
Yes.
she was reaching for a water and they were like, "Good job." And she just keeps running and she's like,
shit running
"Please
down her
don't
leg."
please don't film the back of me because I shit my
myself.
pants."
And there was another one too that was just running and that was shit running down. And it's like, let's normalize long distance runners shitting themselves. No,
That's so
not
gross.
on my watch. Not on my watch.
That's so gross.
And I'm sure people are thinking, Desiree, your chubby ass was never going to be a long distance runner, whether you shit your pants or not. But that right there solidified, I am not a true athlete, and it's okay.
I think,
Ain't no way, Courtney.
I mean, sometimes runners aren't athletes either. All they can do is fucking run.
But it's like a form of athleticism. I mean,
You've got a form of athleticism too. You get
yeah,
it.
run in
Steph.
this mouth.
Her.
Harder. Anyway, so yeah, I'm currently on shit in your pants.
Mine this morning
Algorithm.
was so offensive.
What was it?
It was talking about waterfalls. And if you know what I mean, she's squirting in waterfalls. And I was like, how is this allowed on Instagram?
Maybe you don't need to be having your
And
phone
it
in your room at night, Courtney.
No, that was this morning. Oh, goddamn, that's gross, Desiree. And it was a big girl, and she had no bra on, and she had a white T-shirt, and she had no teeth. And she was talking about it.
And you know, the crazy thing is there's probably somebody paying her for that.
Oh, yeah.
God, I just want to go back to where we didn't know how weird the world was.
People are fucked up. They have some
just-
kinks, some weird kinks.
I just want it to be a secret again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know how weird you are. Like, I don't know. It's too much.
I had just one more thing.
I don't care. I'll be late.
Well, I had really two things.
Let's hear it.
One is, you know, when you just have those days where you wake up and you're like, today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
That's how I felt today. I love those days when you get a good night's sleep
Yes.
and you wake up and you just have that like butterflies in your stomach. You're like, I want to giggle. I want to have fun. Today's
Yeah.
going to be a good day.
Yeah.
I just wish the sun was shining. That's all.
Me too. I heard the rain start last night when I was in the bath, and I was like, oh.
So dumb.
I slept through the night last night for the first time in probably a month.
Mine was about a week.
I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I slept through the night. It was crazy. It's crazy,
It's
man.
nice. You know, I had been like the last week to 10 days, Josh was getting annoyed. I wake up at between 1 and 3, and I'm always up for 2 hours. It's about 2 hours. I started, because I'll take magnesium at night to go to sleep. You do too sometimes.
Every night.
I started waiting until I would wake up to take my magnesium, and I would take it at 1 o'clock.
But did it make you feel tired in the morning?
Nope.
I might have to try that.
I waited because then it was like immediately within 30 minutes I was back to sleep instead of staying up for 2 hours.
Huh. Well, I was tired yesterday, and then
And you worked out.
I biked 11 miles, and it was a stupid ass hill one.
Helps. Makes you more tired. So
Yeah.
then you're like, okay.
I was like, if I don't sleep tonight, I'm gonna
be
fuck
pissed.
some shit up.
Yeah. My other thing I wanted to talk about is I love the fact that we have a male older gentleman that's listening.
The sweetest.
He's our buddy, and he is just so supportive. He claps from the sidelines and he giggles and he tells us when we ask questions. He tells us his reply.
Yep,
I love it. And I think it's so funny that the majority of our biggest supporters are 20 to 30 years older than us. Mm-hmm. I think that's like I would not have guessed that 60 to 70-year-old people would think that we're just so funny and interesting and giggle with us. I know they've been through this stuff sometimes, so they can relate, or they might think that we are just so cool. But they make me feel like they're the biggest hype persons for us.
They are. Well, I think it's just kind of like they're older, right?
They're not in competition.
No, and they want to. It's like them because they've known you forever.
Yeah,
like since you were a lot younger, you know. And some of these people have known us since we were freaking teenagers. Yep. So they're super supportive, and it's almost like watching your kids grow and go do different things, you know? So
it's like
I love it.
We got a whole bunch of big sisters and big brothers out there that are really rooting for us.
And we see you guys.
It makes me so happy.
Yeah, it's funny. I love it. It makes me happy, too.
No.
Bingo and Besties.
Yeah. We put out our event on Facebook. Yep. If you could go RSVP, we would appreciate it. We're going to have some fun little prizes, probably do 4 or 5 rounds. Mm-hmm. Giggle.
Main Street Dose will be there out back to purchase dinner. So doors will open at 5. You can get your drink, get your food, and then we'll start bingo at 6.
Yep. And it's $20 and you get a drink. It can be alcoholic, non-alcoholic. They have sodas and stuff like that. And then you get your board, and then you can buy extra boards if you want when you get there. But you get 1 board and 1 drink with your $20 entry, and you just come have fun with your friends and giggle, and something to do for us ladies that need to get out and stop staying at home while our husbands go have fun and do shit together.
Yeah, for real.
So if you could go follow us on our Facebook page, because we just made it. Mm-hmm. Instagram if you haven't. Like, share, follow, all that stuff. We appreciate it. And then we hope to see you at Bingo and Besties. See you later, homegirls.